Hey, Rika. Good morning.
Hey,
We are live. How are you?
I am fine. How are you doing? Let me see.
I'm
Okay,
good.
bam, got my own ring light going on. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm doing good. How was your Saturday?
Busy. I've been doing hair all morning. Well, all
Hey,
day.
okay. I think I ain't doing no but just cook, straighten up a little bit. But I've been straightening up all during the week. So when Saturday came, I ain't really have to do too much of nothing.
Okay.
So I ain't really do too much of nothing today and just lounge around, do my little 1 2 1 2.
Yeah. Well, go ahead and introduce yourself, the favorite co-host.
Okay, I can't. Is it saying how many people? Is it saying anybody on yet?
Not yet. Mm-mm.
Okay, okay. Just trying to see if it's anybody in there. Got it. Okay. All right, you got a what you call it in the office? Huh? Okay. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting together. I'm pulling up to the office right now so I can talk to you guys because I had to get away for a little bit because my house is crowded. So I am getting away for a minute. So now I'm going into the office that we have. You know the crossroad? Okay. Okay. So now I'm going into the office that we have here. And he's gonna deal with the work phone for a little bit while I'm in here talking to y'all. So y'all know what it is. It's your favorite girl Rika. This is Black Table Talk, and y'all know who the co-host. I'm the co-host, and the host is LaQuanta. But today I am the host, and the co-host is Joyce. She is usually behind the scenes, everybody.
Yeah.
So today she gets to hang and talk and kick it with your girl. So yes, that's how it's gonna go. My Saturday's been going pretty straight. I hope you guys Saturdays been going pretty straight. Spending it with the loved ones, and that's all that matters. So as we get the topic going, how you feel about how you feel today, Joyce? Like how you feel?
I feel amazing.
Good.
Blessed. Can't complain.
Okay,
Happy as
that's good. That's good. That's good. How you
How
feel?
about you? She is great. She's great. She, wanted to see you.
Of course, that's my homegirl. That's my homeboy.
Right.
So how's it feel being finna be on the camera?
Um, it's all right. I'm fine with being behind the scenes though.
You are
Yeah, I'm
comfortable
fine with being
working.
behind the scenes.
All righty. So okay, as I am okay, thanks. As I'm talking, so today we're going to talk about does a woman is the woman like her tone does it set like the household like how the man treats the woman does that make her act a certain type of way.
I feel like yeah, it can definitely change your perspective or have, your significant other act a certain way.
Hmm. And how do you feel about that? And before we get dive into y'all, I just want to let y'all know I really appreciate y'all tuning in with us on every Saturday because I know y'all could do anything else and y'all tune in with us. And I really appreciate y'all being patient with us and supporting us. And just know that sometimes we need y'all to hype us up in them comments. Like just hype us up. And it's not just like for ego street. It just help us kind of break the ice to be a little bit more transparent and get the vibe setting. So just hype us up in the comments and let us know what's what. Let us know how you going. Just tell us, just chat with us, conversate with us this Saturday because it's me. She's usually not in the scene. She likes to stay in the background. So kind of hype us up this Saturday. Get us a little vibe going on. You can see I'm not in the studio, so I don't got no wine, no nothing. So it's gonna be like, bear with me. I'm a, I'm a people's person, but bear with me because I'm only a people's person. Like depending on the energy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I'm always a people's person. Let me rephrase that. I'm
right.
always a people person, but I'm only open up depending on the
Oh,
energy.
your
I gotta
energy.
feel welcomed and you know.
Exactly. Yeah,
So
most
I
definitely.
welcome y'all, y'all welcome me and let's chat. So okay, back to subject and matter. So you
So,
so you
let's
say
see.
you feel like how a man treat a woman determine like the environment, like her attitude, is her attitude set the tone for how she's been treated inside her household.
Yeah, like I say yes because yeah, I say yes and no, kind of. But the reason I say yes is because if you not treating me right, then I mean, of course, like that's gonna determine how I act towards you, like what I do in the household. Like I'm not gonna want to be around you. I'm gonna leave. I'm not, like if I'm not being treated correct or if I feel negative energy, I don't want to be around it. So me personally, I'm gonna walk, I'll leave the house, and then come back. Like, I mean, we can talk about it if it's an issue or something, but I'd rather just, let you have your peace of mind. I'm gonna have my peace of mind, let you clear your head, let me clear my head, and then come back.
So, okay, so would you say like I'll take it up a notch. Like, would you say I'm trying to see if I can put something to where I can see if anybody's saying anything because I can't see the comments on here. Can you see the comments somewhere?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So would you say that I feel like you know how some people you be out somewhere and you might see a female and you might be like, oh, she act miserable, and you know they
Yeah,
be like, she must ain't getting on, or
right.
her dude is such and such.
Yeah.
I do feel like if you're in a relationship, if you're married, or if it's publicly known that you're in a relationship,
Mhm.
I do feel like a woman's personality, her vibe is a reflection of the household that the man creates from her. If you
Exactly.
have a woman that always has an attitude or always loud, always talking, I feel like she's not being heard in her household. She doesn't have a voice, you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know. I personally feel like a household dictates how you act outside your household. Like the environment that is created in your household dictates how you act outside the household. Yeah, sometimes people can smile and fake it,
Yeah.
but you can't really fake energy. Your energy's still gonna be kind of off. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
Right.
I feel like a man, if you're in a relationship, I feel like a man does set the tone
Mhm.
because he's the head. They say he's supposed to be the head, so I feel like I'm old school. So they say he's supposed to be the head of the household. The man is the
Mhm.
head of the household. So if I go by that, I feel like if the man's the head of the household, he sets the tone on how the household is. Like he's the
Yeah.
head. So if he makes the woman comfortable, I feel like it'll be more of a I'm not saying like a Mary Poppins like perfect
Yeah.
relationship, but it'll be more so over the communication is there. It's easy to love, easy to
Right.
understand, to communicate, easy to accept flaws. I feel like there are some times that a man could create a household where he feels like some men say that the woman that they're messing with might be too dominant, and I feel
Mhm.
like if you're laying next to a woman and you feel like she's still too dominant, I feel like you have created that environment for her to still feel like she has to be masculine. So
Exactly.
I feel like it's not all the time that they're always saying like, oh, women don't know how to be submissive or she don't know how to be dominant. I feel like if a woman is laying next to a man and she still feels like she has to be dominant or she has to be masculine, I feel like that's the environment that the man is setting that tone for her to make her feel that way. Because I don't know, that's just how I'm thinking. What you think?
I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that because, of course, like you said, with a man, they're supposed to be the head of the household. They're supposed to lead. So, I if I'm going off of your energy and your energy, is down or it's bad, then that's how I'm gonna be. I'm gonna give
Yeah,
you what you're giving me.
yeah,
I can't. I mean, yeah, you can try to change the energy in the room, and try to come in and be all happy and bubbly. But if you don't change it, then okay, I'm just gonna go on and act how you act. I'm gonna give you what you giving me.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's, of course, if Quanta was here, she'll disagree and say that no one can make you be. No one really has the power of your character, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I feel like if you're living in chaos, you become chaotic. If you're living in love, you become love. So I feel like whatever environment that you're in inside your household, that's the energy that you're bringing out into the universe
Yeah.
when you are in a relationship. Now, as far as single, that ain't the topic at hand, but like when you're in a relationship, I feel like whatever the man is supposed to be the head and whatever energy he brings in a household, I feel like it reflects on the woman and it sets her tone at how the household is because they say happy wife, happy
Yep.
life.
Yep. Sloan
So
just
if
said that.
your tone and energy is like this, then you make a woman be like this. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it's
Right.
like it depends, and it takes it down from what type of woman that you're dealing with, because it depends on what type of woman you're dealing with. Because if you already walking into dealing with a woman that is usually being always like for me, for instance, if you're dealing with a woman that raised 3 kids on her own
Mm-hmm.
and never really had that stable partner, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
always having to play the male and female side in my household. It's gonna be hard. It depends on a certain type of. It depends on that man if he
Mm-hmm.
can bring that out of me to where I can
Exactly.
just be soft and relaxed. If he can't bring that out of me, then that means that he didn't. He led in a way to where I don't feel secure enough to just
Mm-hmm.
be like,
Right.
because I'm always in control.
Exactly.
And
Sloan said you're
yeah.
supposed to be his piece, and I feel that goes both ways because he should be able to be your piece as well.
So, and that's my thing. A lot of people focus on women being man piece. But if you sit back and really understand, I'm not saying all the time, man, but
Yeah.
majority of the time, a woman is the reflection of a man. And
Exactly.
if
Yeah.
you're not satisfied in your relationship, sometimes instead of pointing a finger at the woman, sit back and see what are you bringing to make her react to that.
Right.
Because for me, I'm a reactor. And I know a
Mm-hmm.
lot of women are reactor. We
Mm-hmm.
don't just go on first. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If we're doing something, if we're neglecting or complaining, it's for a
For a
reason.
reason. Yeah.
It's a reason why we're neglecting, and it's a reason
Mhm.
why we're complaining. We're a
Exactly.
reactor. So if you don't like the way your woman is handling something or doing something, sometimes she's just a reflection of you, and that's
Exactly.
her way of reacting to the tone that you're setting.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, if your woman is setting a tone to where she's always tired and she don't want to give you none, figure out, well, if she's working and you working, how is it fair that when she get off work, she just got to come in
Right.
and go straight to catering
It's
to you,
satisfying.
the
Right.
kids, everything else, and you get to chill because you have to go through the world today. She has to deal with the world plus
Plus
you,
more.
plus kids, plus
Mm-hmm.
herself, and herself is getting last. When
Yeah.
yourself is getting last, your body is not made to want to do
Exactly.
all that. And
Right.
if you're doing it on your own, then he's not creating that household. So while she's cooking, are you giving the kids a bath? Or are you making sure their homework's getting done? Are you
Are
making
you
sure
helping?
they're
Yeah.
in the tub? And while she's eating, after you, because I'm pretty sure 9 times 10 women sometimes don't. It's hard if you have a family to
Mm-hmm.
sit down and eat with
Right. Eat
everybody.
with him.
Usually
Right.
everybody's already done eating
When
by the
you.
time you're eating.
Mm-hmm.
So, and are you, and even if it's not the case, even if it's just a single household, After she cooked, are you washing the dishes?
Are you helping out?
Yeah. Does she have to prompt you to take out the trash? Does she have to prompt you to wash her car for you? Like, you have to understand sometimes the things that men feel like, well, what does that got to do with that? It has a lot to do with it when it comes to a real woman. So sometimes it's the household you're creating. It's you gotta if you don't like something, sometimes you have to sit back and reflect on what you're getting instead of pointing at her and be like, oh, she's not doing this, oh, she's not doing that, you know?
Pointing out her flaws, basically.
Yeah. Because sometimes it's a reason why a woman's not doing what she's doing. And then you have the men that do the things that they're supposed to do. And those are the women that no, it's an enjoyment to cook for her man.
Exactly. Right.
Like my love language from my dude is I love to cook. It's an enjoyment to cook different things for him. I like to see him, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when I first met him, like he was saying that he was cooking gravy. So one of the things I did to stand out, because you know, when you date, you know what I'm saying, you gotta what makes you stand out than the other person.
Right.
Yeah, because
You're trying to
you
impress.
date, you got options. It is what it is. It's a fair game. So what made me stand out was the fact that I was like, hey, why don't you come by and I packed you a lunch because you work in graveyard. Or, hey, I got breakfast packed up for you so you can come by. Like, it wasn't even though, oh, I want to see you or nothing. Like, you could come by and get your stuff. I got to go to work anyway. Or I got to go to sleep. So come by and get your, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, just find different ways to, like, you know, kind of set the tone. Because I honestly feel like a woman is literally a reflection of a man. Whatever the man is giving, that's how she responds off of it. And that's how she set her tone. He give love, she can lead with love. She ain't got no problem with cooking and cleaning and when you tapping on the shoulder and you know what I'm saying? Because you put her in a position to always want to love you because that's what you give her.
She want to please you. She want to make sure you're taken care of.
Yeah. Why not?
Right. Yeah,
Why not?
most definitely.
Yeah.
I agree with that. So, okay, let me ask you this. So, what's your take on the 50-50 in a relationship?
I feel like whatever sets your tone. Everybody tries to go with the little Cinderella, Snow White, you know, the regular little norms in America. What's the cliches, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like if 50-50 works for you in a household, do 50-50. Depend on what y'all have set in that household. Depend on what goals y'all have for each other. What things to do. So like when me and my dude was getting ready to go to Puerto Rico, I was cool with taking care of the bills for a couple of months. That's me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though I won't be like, well, you got a man. I was cool with doing that because when we go to Puerto Rico, baby, that costs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like reality. He not a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Or we not up there in the millions and 100,000s to where that's nothing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna help you, you help me. It depends on what your 50-50 is. 50-50 doesn't necessarily mean that she pay this and I pay that. It depends on what y'all set for half and half to come together to make 100. Like I said, I paid the bills for a couple of months while he handled all the business bills instead of us splitting it, and then the vacation. And I was cool with that because I ain't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
Like nothing. Book nothing, plan nothing. Like I didn't have to do nothing but pack, fly out, and be cute. So I feel like whatever works for everybody. Some people say they're not laying next to nobody unless they pay all their bills. But then to me, I feel like that brings some toxicity into relationship that I be too brutal about and people might not agree with me on. But when you put somebody up there and against the plate to where you're always taking and taking and taking and taking for them, eventually they're gonna get tired of you. And it's gonna make it easy for them to get for someone that
don't require that much.
To come around and get them.
Yeah.
And lock it in with them.
Yeah.
And everything you feel like you built with them or that you deserve with them, it's gonna be gone because all you did was take from them.
Yeah.
So you can, if you choose to just continue to take from someone, but if you're not adding to someone's table, eventually you're not going to be sitting at that table. It can
Yeah.
only go for so long. Whether
Yeah.
it's 10 years, whether it's 15 years, whether it might be 3 years, eventually though it's going to run out. So
Yeah.
I say 50-50 is cool for relationships. It doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean you got to go half with the bills, but you got
Right.
to bring something half to the table to where this person is not bringing all the all.
Everything, right. And that's what
Yeah,
I was gonna say. Like with 50-50, it doesn't necessarily have to be like monetary. It can be anything. Because if I cook, you can wash the dishes. Or, if you cook, I can wash the dishes. Or, like it doesn't necessarily have to be monetary value, when people say 50-50 either though.
yep. It don't. It don't. It could be something like, okay, well, he might not make as much as her. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And he might get off at a time where he can pick the kids up and make
Yep.
sure the kids are at home already doing their homework, and all she got to come in is cook,
Yeah.
and the kids already done take a bath. You know what I'm saying? Like that is a big deal. You
Most.
know, simple minded people might call him a simp, but the ones that know, they get it, they understand the grown people, they
Yeah.
get it. They
Right.
get it.
Because a mother's job is never done. We gonna take care of the world and still get up that next morning and do it all over again and won't complain.
And I understand. I feel the pain now when people used to say, "Oh, I can't wait to be an empty nester," and then I see the ones that are feeling a certain type of way, and I was like, "Girl, I would never." No, I definitely be feeling a certain type of way. So I don't have that complaint no more. I definitely literally cried to my dude the other night. He's like, "What is wrong with you?" I was like, "I just miss the kids and I wish I could make them come and sleep in the bed with me." And he was
No,
like,
ma'am, no,
"Dang."
no.
And I was just like, "I just miss them. I wish I could do it over again." And he was like, "So you want to have baby?" I'm like, "No, but I wish I
No,
could do it over again." Yeah.
just bring
So
me somebody else's that I can take back to him.
it be real. I be like hesitant, like, yeah, I can do it over again, but it's so much that I'm trying to do now that I'm able to do. It'll be selfish, the older that I am, that it'll be selfish for me to do that just to please a certain emotion within me. That would be selfish for me to do that, but I don't have that problem no more with when it comes to. But I do have. I do. It is a task for me to separate being a mother of grown kids because now they're gone. So I'm always thinking and trying to catch up. It is a task for me because I need to be ready at all times. Because with them being grown, it's not no buying Hot Wheels or different stuff like that. It's like co-signing or
Right.
hey, my car, you don't say
It's
anything
big bills
major
now.
or like big, it's another grown person, big bills, big dreams,
Exactly.
responsibility. So I have to stay ready at all times with that. And sometimes those days becoming overwhelming because I have 3 children. And sometimes 2 out of 3 something might be happening back to back. Or
Yeah.
I have to do it my dude. And then my dude has 2 little babies, you know what I'm saying? Or he might have to deal with his children. So I do have those moments, but it's
Mhm.
not to where it's kind of be exhausted,
Yeah.
exhausted. You know what I'm saying? Because dealing with kids, little kids,
Mhm.
and trying to cater to a man,
Mhm.
that is very hard. It's not for the weak.
Yeah.
It's not for the weak. And people say they do it, but I'm not talking about the stay at home mom. I'm not,
Right.
and even I give props to them because they're busy too. But
Right.
I'm talking about it's hard dealing with kids and you have to go to work and you have to deal with your own things, or you're trying to take care of business and then you got to take care of them, and they have extracurricular activities, and then you got to deal with your man because you don't want him to have too many
Yeah.
extra activities, you know what I'm saying, curriculum. So it's hard when you are a woman and you're trying to juggle with catering to your kids' needs and making
Mhm.
sure you show them love, and catering to a man's need and making sure you show him love.
Right, because you still got to make sure that yourself is okay as well in the midst of that.
And sometimes women neglect it. And
Yeah.
so sometimes that can also be a reflection of her household. Not because he's not loving her and not
Mhm.
because her kid, it's because she's not able to love herself. So that can also be a reason to why a woman could be some type of way in a household. Not because you're not giving her love, it's because she doesn't have time for herself.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know who she is right now. And that's easily to happen when you're trying to cater to his needs and the kids' needs, and you got to cater to your boss needs and your
Right.
clients' needs and everybody needs but your needs. Because it's
Exactly.
always like, I'll just do it tomorrow. I'll take care of me later.
Yeah, you always
I'll
put
do it
yourself on
later.
the back burner and you never get around to taking care of yourself. That's why it is important to have, those mental health days for yourself, your self-care days, because life can get overwhelming trying
Life
to
be life.
provide and please everybody else.
Yeah, life definitely be life, and so
Yeah.
that's it. That's cool. But yeah, what is there anybody in the comments say anything?
Not yet. Sloan was the last person. She was saying that you're supposed to be his piece.
Yeah, be his peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I I feel like women. I feel like right now it's such a trend, and I ain't gonna say just trend like that, but I feel like it's just such a trend to cater to his piece,
Yeah.
and it's like the woman piece does not get.
Matter or something.
And it's just like women matter too, because if
Yeah.
you make her peace, if you give her peace, she makes it peaceful for you.
For you.
And
Exactly.
it's like they don't understand that if a woman is not making it peaceful for a man, you're not giving her peace. She
Yeah.
can't give you peacefulness if she has no
If
peace
she's not
to
peaceful.
give. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's funny when they say that a woman is supposed to be peaceful, because it's like, okay, that's true, but are you giving her peace?
Yeah.
Because she has no peace to give you to make it peaceful. It's like, where is the peace coming from? So
Yeah.
that's true.
Sloan said that's what happy wife means. Yeah.
Yeah, but I believe in happy couple, happy life.
Yeah. Because I mean, both of you all have to
Yeah,
be.
because it's not just about me, and we as women get so caught up sometimes in making it just about us being happy that's how them little extracurricular activities get to going on when it comes to
Yeah.
the man, because he
Yeah.
feels neglected and stuff. So I feel like if it's happy couple, happy life, because
Yeah.
like it ain't just about the woman.
Yeah. Just
What
like
I
I just.
feel like whatever you give her, she
Mhm.
gives it. She brings it out 10 times more. So
Yeah.
if you giving her love and peace, and you get making it peace, giving her peace, she's gonna give the love and the peacefulness like 10 times more. I feel like whatever you instill in her, whatever you sow in her,
Yeah.
she reaps it out to you like overflow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Overflow. So I feel like any man that whatever tone that he creates in his relationship, he doesn't have to. That's what he gets back. So if he wants peace and wants love, if he creates that and give that, he doesn't have to worry about that coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like now, we got some women that's crazy, but like 90% of the time, no woman in her right mind is fumbling a good man.
Exactly. Yeah.
So if he's putting that out, she's making sure she's,
She doing what she got to do.
yeah, like vomiting it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like overflowing it, like making sure
Exactly. Yes.
making sure that it is what it is. So
Yeah. Yeah.
well, let's see. Um, what do you feel about like being submissive? Like, do you feel like people use that word too loosely? Or do you feel like what is like submissiveness like means to you
Mm,
in a relationship?
some people do use it a little too loosely. not say everybody, but I feel like some people do. Being submissive in, within your relationship, honestly, to me, I just feel like you are, catering to his needs, making sure that he's happy. Also, making sure that yourself is happy as well, because you can't make somebody else happy if you're not happy. Making sure that, when it comes to the household, you're doing what needs to be done there. Where it comes, whether it's cooking, cleaning, any of that. I feel like, as a woman, we're nurturers. So, of course, we're gonna do above and beyond when it comes to, taking care of a household, and then of course taking care of a man. Like, I feel like we do go above and beyond when we are in relationships.
Okay. Okay. So basically, you're like, submissiveness is automatically there when he's doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Exactly. Yeah, most definitely.
You don't have to tell a woman to be submissive.
No, I
So
don't
I
feel
feel
like
like, fellas, okay, like, man, fellas, listen. If you're having to tell your woman to be submissive, it's because you're not putting the energy out there to allow her to be submissive. A real woman, you don't have to tell her to be submissive. She gets it, she understands it, she knows it, she embraces it, she is it. So if
exactly.
she's not doing that, that means you're not making that environment the environment for her to be submissive. Because to me, submissive means like embracement, understanding, consideration, loving,
Yeah,
um, like loyalty, like, and for me to give that, I have to be receiving those things.
you gotta be
I'm not the one that just be, oh, because he paying the bills that I'm just gonna do what he says.
mm,
Money doesn't make me be submissive.
not at all.
Paying bills don't make me be
'Cause I
submissive.
can do that myself.
However, it has a what can I say? It has a effect on it. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying?
mhm.
But I'm not even gonna say effect on it. It
It's
just,
a benefit. It's
yeah, like, you paying the bills is definitely recognized
right.
to why I would be submissive. You paying the bills will be like, it'll be recognizable, and I would be, you know what I'm saying, appreciative in our
Mm,
relationship. But it wouldn't be my reasoning for being submissive.
right.
You being loyal, me being able to trust you
Mhm,
outside of the house just as well as I do inside of the house when you're in my face, is my reasoning for being submissive.
mhm.
Uh me being able to, like, being comfortable, being secure when being able to give you my heart and you taking
Yeah,
care of my heart
yeah,
is my reasoning of being submissive. If I give you my heart and you have been gentle to it and loving to it, I'm submissive to it. If I give you my heart and you have stumped on it or treated a certain type of way, you definitely gonna get
yeah.
the out of me.
Right.
I'm gonna do what I need to do as a woman, but
Mhm.
you gonna get the you really can't tell me too much versus, well, babe, I was thinking if we could sit down and have a discussion because I was considering something else, but I understand what you're saying. I really
Mhm.
feel and understand you. I really do. Okay, babe. I understand you. You know what I'm saying? Versus,
Yeah,
I don't care how you feel. Like, I ain't trying to hear you. You
yeah,
understand what I'm saying? Like, so that goes back to the tone that you create.
yeah.
See how I just flipped from two different people
Right.
depending on what you giving out.
Yeah.
So that's my submissive. So I feel like a lot of people do make it is overrated.
Mhm.
I feel like submissive is overrated because I feel like too many men are demanding it
Mhm.
because it's the I'm the man, be
Yeah.
submissive, but some men be want a woman to be submissive. You got to be submissive to a man that never gave you flowers.
Yeah.
You got to be submissive to a man that don't tell you he love you all the time unless he got caught up in something.
Mhm.
You got to be submissive to a man that have to be prompt just to do certain things around, you know what I'm saying, around the
Yeah.
house, or have to be prompt to take your feelings in consideration. Like, damn, babe, you wasn't paying attention. Like, it's like so many times women are being submissive to men because of the things that they're doing for them that doesn't have
Mhm.
any substance,
Yeah.
versus being submissive to a man because he's doing things to you that has substance.
Yeah.
You being submissive to this man because he's doing that, but that same man that's paying your bills does not listen to you, does not understand you, cuts you off when you're talking, calls you out your name. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
talks crazy to you around his boys. But
Mhm.
them the man that women are being submissive to. So when they come around a real woman, they feathers get a little bit of ruffled. They get a little bit. They get mad because they feel like we're trying to you know what I'm saying,
Yeah. They feel
down their
intimidated.
manhood and everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, baby, she was allowing you to play it. You was playing on her face. You can't play in my face like that.
Yeah.
No.
Mhm.
And that's it. I just feel like women not they not setting a stone
Mhm.
that
So
they
okay, let
could
me ask
set.
you this. So do you think that a man should be submissive as well?
Because
Okay.
here's the deal. It's like chess. Queen, king and queen.
Yeah.
See how powerful the queen is.
Exactly. Yeah.
And in order for you to understand her power and allow her to utilize her power, you're gonna have to be submissive to her sometimes too.
Okay. Mhm.
So if you want man, people are always saying, "Oh, I want me a queen. I need me a queen in my position." But do you really? Do you really want a queen?
Right.
Because what you was dealing with might not been a queen.
Yeah.
Because when you really deal with a queen, you deal with a woman that's empowered. You deal with a woman that's in very empowerment and is empowered for herself and empowered for others. You
Yeah.
deal with a woman that is very knowledgeable. You deal with a
Mhm.
woman that has resilient, perseverance. You deal with a woman that has strength. You're dealing with a woman that can teach you some things too. Are you willing to allow yourself to
Have
actually
someone like that.
have a queen? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So a man does need to be submissive. If he wants a queen, he needs to be submissive too. Because
Yeah.
just like life is like chess, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You got your king and you got your queen. She sits in her role, but when it's time for her to play, sometimes it's gonna cause for that man to be submissive and understand, like, let me use my power. Like, I need
Mhm.
you to chill out and sit this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, follow my lead this go round.
Yeah.
So I do. I honestly do.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. And I mean, and to elaborate on what you were saying, with a queen, I feel like a queen is top tier, because she gonna give you everything you need plus more.
Yep.
You ain't gonna never have to question her. You gonna never but yes, I definitely agree
You
with it.
went out for a second. You said a queen is top tier. You never have to question her and what?
So you'll never have to question her actions, her judgment. Like you'll never have to question
Right.
anything about her because she's gonna do everything plus more.
Right. In order for that to be set in motion, I feel like that man has to be submissive to that. If you're gonna allow your queen to be put in position to where you'll never have to question her, you never have to worry about her, you never have to do that. I feel like that comes with a sense of you're gonna have to be able to feel like you could just like chill, like she got you. Like,
Yeah,
I trust her judgment. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And I feel like in order for a man to trust a woman's judgment, that comes with a little bit of like submissiveness on
hmm
his end as well.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta definitely be understanding, of her, and she gotta be understanding of you. It's not just one sided, and I think that's a issue with a lot of people. They are so used to one sided relationships.
Right, right. But some people like one sided relationships because it don't require them to do some work.
Yeah, nah,
Because
mm-mm.
relationships are work.
Most definitely, yes. It's gonna take work from the beginning to the end. Ain't nothing gonna be easy.
Relationships are definitely work, and it's literally what you put into it. And
Yes.
communication is a big key, regardless if it's I don't like you this week. Like
Yeah.
communication is a big key. You have to find a relationship where you can be honest with each other, and
Yeah.
even if that means that I might hurt your feelings, but I'd rather hurt your feelings with tell you how I feel now than I hurt your
Mhm.
feelings with my actions.
Right.
So I feel like it takes a lot of work to get to that able to point to where your significant other can come sit beside you on the couch and tell you like, you know what, this week, babe, I really wasn't feeling you like that.
Yeah.
To where y'all are confident in y'all relationship to where they know to where when my girl came and tell me that I ain't gotta worry about her had sleeping with nobody else. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But she wasn't feeling me like she didn't I understood what she mean by that.
Mhm.
You gotta be a level of understanding, a level of commitment, a level of trust on all type of levels to take the brutal with the
Mhm.
relationships. Because if you're not confident in a relationship and you come to someone and you're trying to tell them how you feel, it's not gonna be received the way you're trying to give it to them.
Yeah. You have, and I feel like you have to be, you have to have an open mind when you are in a relationship. You gotta make sure that you are willing to listen. Like you gotta be a good listener because they gonna tell you, you gonna communicate. But if you're not listening to what I'm telling you, then what's the point of us talking? Hey, LaQuinta.
If you're not listening to what I'm telling you, what is the point of us talking? You're right. And it takes me sometimes I have a problem with if I don't like what you're saying,
You gonna tune them out?
tune them out. Boy, hell no, ain't no talking. Like, what?
No, you can't be like that.
Here's the deal. I ain't gonna say if I don't like what you're saying, because I could take constructive criticism. But
Okay.
if I feel like you're lying,
Okay.
like, and that's what I mean. Like, if I'm telling you, like, well, I feel like this because of this, and you turn me be like, well, yeah, because you gonna say you feel like, and I'll be like, that's not what I said. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I
Don't
can't
twist my
like,
words.
yeah, I can't sit and allow someone to express how they feel when if their perception of what they're saying is not correct. Like I try
Mhm.
to like, no, that's not what I wanted you to take from it.
Okay.
And sometimes that's a problem because it's like I ain't trying to be rude,
Mhm.
but we finna have a whole nother argument because now how you feel is based off what I said, and I wasn't trying to give it like that.
Okay.
So then when I say if I say something and then you try to respond off of that and you like, well, yeah, because you felt like this and I felt and I'll be like, no, that's not how I feel. I have a problem with not interrupting that person when they're talking if I feel like what they saying is
It's
not
wrong.
the truth. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's not good. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes they cause problems. That's not good. But it's like I'm not trying to interrupt, but
Yeah.
you lying. Like that's not.
And sometimes you have to call people out. You have to call them out on it and tell them, okay, no, that ain't what it is.
Yeah. Sometimes you do. So
And that's okay.
yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. But like communication is a key. Is a big key. But I am to one of the ones to where I can accept honesty, like brutal honesty
Mhm.
because I make it a safe space enough to say that, and then I also try to make it because I want to be allowed to do the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm one of the ones that want to be honest brutally. So
Mhm.
I try to create that space for the next person to be honest brutally because
Okay.
I want to be able to tell you if I felt a certain type of way about you. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
Yeah.
want to sit it in there because for me, if I allow it to sit on how I feel, it has a effect on how the tone in my household is. If
Yeah.
it's not a safe space for me to be able to say how I feel, that too has an effect on a woman too because now she's bought up in the inside. She has to carry around these emotions and feelings,
Yeah.
and she doesn't want to go talking with nobody else because these days these days when people get into it with their friends, they don't know how to just get into it with each other and go on with their business. They get into each other and tell all your business
Mhm.
about A through Z. So these days you really don't have nobody to vent to like this. So
Yeah.
instead of venting to your friends about your partner, why not vent to your partner about them?
About them. Yeah.
Yeah, like instead of telling your friends, man, he's not such and such, and he not. Why not tell him exactly how you feel, like how you would talk to your friends? Tell him that. Like I create that space.
You cut out, Rika. Rika, can you hear me? It looked like her phone went out. But I definitely understand where she's coming from, and I agree with a lot of what she was saying. Um, you know, you gotta be able to listen to understand and not listen to response. Like you were saying, LaQuinta, you know, you gotta, definitely have a listening ear. You have to make sure that you do listen to everything and not just bits and pieces of, what's being said. I'm trying to see if she's gonna get back in. Um, it looks like she is not gonna get back in. So you have to have a safe space in your relationship. Yes, you definitely have to have a safe space. I agree. Yes, I definitely agree. Well, guys, that is our time. It was a pleasure being in front of the screen today. I prefer being behind the screens, but it was definitely a pleasure. Today I was the co-host, Joyce, and our host was the hostess with the mostest, Rika. And that is our time. You guys have a good one, and make sure you tune in next Saturday at 8 p.m. Have a good one.